The rain battered the rooftops of Greystone Harbor as thunder growled in the distance. Inside a dimly lit tavern, Cale Brannock sat hunched over a weathered parchment, its edges frayed with age. The flickering lantern above cast eerie shadows on the ancient map he had stumbled upon only hours earlier in the crypt of a forgotten monastery. The map pulsed faintly, as though alive, and whispered secrets in a language Cale couldn't fully understand. The tavern's patrons paid him no mind, their laughter and drunken shouts drowning out the quiet hum emanating from the artifact. Cale's fingers traced the jagged lines on the map leading to a place marked with a crimson sigil. The words beneath it read, "Crimson Peak, beware the shadow." Cale wasn't one to shy away from danger. A relic hunter by trade, he had faced ancient traps, cursed guardians, and rival treasure seekers. Yet something about this map unsettled him. It wasn't just the unnatural glow or the whispers, it was the sense of being watched. "You're either brave or foolish to meddle with that," a voice said behind him. Cale turned sharply, his hand instinctively going to the dagger at his belt. Standing before him was a woman with piercing green eyes and a cloak that seemed to drink in the light around her. She had an air of quiet confidence, and the faintest hint of a smirk played on her lips. "Who are you?" Cale asked, his tone cautious. "Call me Lyra," she replied, sliding into the seat across from him. "And that," she gestured to the map, "is no ordinary trinket. It's a death sentence." Cale's eyes narrowed. "You seem to know a lot about it. Care to enlighten me?" Lyra leaned in closer, her voice dropping to a whisper. "The Crimson Peak is real. Few who seek it ever return, and those who do are changed, twisted. That map is cursed, bound to the shadow that guards the mountain's secret. If you're smart, you'll burn it and walk away." Cale's lips curled into a wry grin. "Walking away isn't exactly my style." Lyra sighed, her gaze hardening. "Then you'll need me. You're not the only one who's after that treasure, and the others won't play fair." Cale studied her for a moment. She didn't seem like the mercenary type, nor did she radiate the greed of a typical treasure hunter. There was something else driving her, something personal. "Fine," he said, folding the map and tucking it into his satchel. "But if you're planning to stab me in the back, just know I'll see it coming." Lyra smirked. "Noted?" As they left the tavern, the storm outside had worsened. Lightning illuminated the darkened streets, and Cale felt the hairs on the back of his neck stand on end. He glanced over his shoulder, half expecting to see a shadowy figure trailing them, but the streets appeared empty. "We'll need to move quickly," Lyra said, pulling her cloak tighter around her. "The Shadow's minions are always watching." Cale hesitated. "Minions?" "You'll see soon enough," she replied grimly. With that, the two vanished into the storm, their journey to the Crimson Peak beginning under a shroud of uncertainty and peril. Little did they know, the Shadow was already aware of their pursuit and had set its plans into motion.